Imagine this: a serene dawn breaks over the shimmering waters of the Pacific Blue Marine Park, where the air is thick with the salty tang of the ocean and the distant calls of seabirds, and a young woman named Jessica Radcliffe, with her bright eyes sparkling like the sea itself and a passion for marine life that burned brighter than the rising sun, embarks on what seems like just another day in her dream job as a dolphin trainer. But little did anyone know, this ordinary morning would spiral into a viral nightmare that captivated the world, leaving millions glued to their screens in horror and disbelief. Jessica, born and raised in a small coastal town in California, had always been drawn to the mysteries of the deep blue, spending her childhood hours at the local aquarium, sketching whales and dolphins in her notebooks, dreaming of one day bridging the gap between humans and these enigmatic creatures. And after years of rigorous study in marine biology at the University of San Diego, where she graduated with honors and a thesis on cetacean communication that earned her accolades from professors and peers alike, she landed her position at the park, a place she described in her alleged blog posts as a sanctuary where magic happens every day, quickly rising through the ranks due to her innate empathy and innovative training methods that emphasized respect and mutual understanding over dominance. Her star pupil was Echo, a majestic bottlenose dolphin with a glossy gray hide marked by faint scars from his traumatic rescue off the coast of Baja California, where fishermen had unwittingly ensnared him in their nets, nearly costing him his life. But under Jessica's care, he transformed from a wary, skittish animal into a performer extraordinaire, learning complex routines that included leaping through hoops held high above the water, balancing balls on his snout with comedic precision, and even mimicking human gestures like waving his flipper in greeting to delighted crowds, all achieved through a blend of clicker training, where a sharp sound signaled success followed by rewards of herring or squid, and hours of patient interaction that built a bond so deep it felt almost telepathic. Visitors to the park would often stop Jessica after shows, marveling at how Echo seemed to anticipate her every move, nuzzling her affectionately or splashing water playfully in her direction, and she would beam with pride, sharing stories of their late-night sessions where she'd sit by the tank's edge, whispering encouragements as Echo circled gracefully, his echolocation clicks echoing like a secret language only they shared, posting videos on her supposed Instagram account at Sea Whisperer Jess, where followers grew by the thousands, drawn to captions like "Echo isn't just a dolphin, he's my soulmate in the sea," fueling an online community of animal enthusiasts who romanticized their relationship as a modern-day fairy tale of interspecies friendship. But then, as if fate decided to twist the narrative into something dark and unforgiving, came the video that shattered illusions and ignited a global frenzy. A shaky, handheld clip purportedly filmed by a park visitor on their smartphone, starting innocently enough with Jessica in her signature blue wetsuit, diving into the crystal-clear pool with a joyful whoop, signaling Echo for their signature underwater ballet routine, where she'd hold onto his dorsal fin for a gentle tow around the enclosure. But midway through, the atmosphere shifts ominously, Echo's movements grow erratic, his usual fluid grace turning jerky, and in a split second that freezes time, he lunges, clamping his beak around her leg not in play but with apparent force, dragging her deeper into the abyss as water churns violently, her limbs thrashing in panic, bubbles exploding upward like silent screams, the audio capturing garbled cries of help. Echo, no! Mingled with the horrified gasps of spectators pressing against the glass, the camera trembling as staff members scramble, sirens blaring in the background, and the footage abruptly ending on a black screen with overlaid text claiming tragic end: dolphin kills trainer in live show, propelling it to viral status overnight, amassing over 50 million views on platforms like TikTok and YouTube, sparking heated debates in comments sections about the ethics of keeping intelligent animals in captivity. With some users tearfully mourning Jessica as a martyr for ocean conservation, others speculating wildly about Echo's motives: stress from overcrowding, jealousy over shared attention, or even a deliberate act of rebellion against his human captors, and news outlets picking up the story, running segments with dramatic reenactments and interviews with supposed experts warning of the hidden dangers lurking beneath those endearing dolphin smiles. The suspense thickened as follow-up posts emerged, allegedly from Jessica's family, detailing her final moments, the park's hasty shutdown for investigation, and Echo's isolation in a smaller tank, his clicks now mournful echoes of regret, painting a picture so vivid and tragic that it tugged at the collective heartstrings of the internet, prompting petitions for dolphin freedom, boycotts of marine parks, and even celebrity endorsements from actors known for environmental activism, all while the original video continued to circulate, shared with captions like "This will haunt you forever," or "Proof that nature isn't always kind," building an emotional tsunami that seemed unstoppable. Yet, as we ride this wave of drama, it's crucial to anchor ourselves in reality and begin the meticulous process of fact-checking, peeling back the layers of this supposed catastrophe to reveal the truth hidden beneath the surface. Starting with the foundational element, the Pacific Blue Marine Park itself, which, upon thorough investigation using reliable databases like those from the World Association of Zoos and Aquariums or even a simple Google Earth scan, turns out to be entirely non-existent. No permits filed with environmental agencies, no reviews on TripAdvisor, no satellite imagery showing a facility matching the video's description, just a cleverly invented name that sounds plausible enough to evade initial skepticism, perhaps borrowed from real parks like SeaWorld or the Georgia Aquarium to add a veneer of authenticity. Next, Jessica Radcliffe, the heroine of this tale, searches through professional networks like LinkedIn, marine biology conference attendee lists, or even university alumni records yield zero matches for a trainer by that name, no publications under her thesis title, no social media profiles predating the video's release that aren't suspiciously barren or filled with stock photos, her entire persona fabricated like a character from a Hollywood script, designed to evoke sympathy with her youthful idealism and tragic fate. Delving deeper into the video, forensic analysis by digital experts, including those from organizations like the Deepfake Detection Challenge or tools from Adobe's Content Authenticity Initiative, uncovers glaring anomalies. The water's physics don't hold up. With splashes defying gravity in subtle ways, Jessica's facial distortions during the attack bearing the hallmarks of AI morphing, where edges blur unnaturally and lighting inconsistencies appear, such as shadows cast from impossible angles, and the audio track, when isolated, reveals synthetic qualities like uniform pitch without natural variations from underwater acoustics, all pointing to generation via advanced AI platforms like Runway ML or Midjourney's video extensions. Possibly created by a prankster, a misinformation campaign, or even an algorithm testing viral potential. To ground this debunking in the real world and highlight what genuine stories look like, let's pivot to authentic dolphin incidents that merit our attention and compassion, such as the heartwarming yet cautionary tale of Reggie, the sociable bottlenose dolphin spotted in Lyme Bay off the UK coast since 2023, known for his playful dancing with paddleboarders and boaters approaching them with flips and spins that delighted locals and tourists alike. But in early 2025, reports emerged of Reggie sustaining a severe injury, a jagged wound across his flank believed to be from a propeller strike during one of these close encounters, prompting urgent calls from the British Divers Marine Life Rescue and the UK's Marine Management Organisation for people to maintain a safe distance of at least 100 meters, emphasizing how human enthusiasm can inadvertently harm wildlife, with campaigns raising funds for his monitoring and protection, a stark contrast to fabricated horrors as it underscores real conservation needs without sensationalism. Or recall the 2024 case in Florida where a wild dolphin named Speckles, habituated to human feeding, became aggressive toward swimmers, leading to minor bites and a federal investigation by NOAA, which educated the public on the dangers of interfering with natural behaviors, resulting in fines for illegal feeding and broader awareness programs. Expanding further, consider historical precedents like the 1994 incident at a Mexican dolphinarium where trainer Ricardo Lopez was fatally injured by an orca, not a dolphin, in a rare but documented accident that spurred industry-wide safety reforms, or the ongoing debates around captive dolphin programs, backed by data from the Dolphin Project showing high stress levels in enclosed environments leading to abnormal behaviors, but none of these match the viral video's scripted drama, instead offering nuanced lessons on ethics and responsibility. Now, why do such elaborate hoaxes like the Jessica and Echo saga spread so rampantly, ensnaring even the most discerning viewers in their net? Psychology provides illuminating insights. Our brains are wired for stories that blend innocence, like Jessica's pure-hearted dedication, with tragedy, evoking empathy through the identification mechanism where we project ourselves into her shoes, amplified by the shock value of betrayal from a cute, intelligent animal, triggering the amygdala's fear response and releasing adrenaline that makes sharing feel urgent. Add in the bandwagon effect, where seeing millions of views convinces us of legitimacy without verification, and social media algorithms that prioritize engagement-boosting content, rewarding outrage and emotion over accuracy, as explained in studies from the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology on misinformation diffusion, where false narratives travel 6 times faster than truth due to novelty and emotional charge. Moreover, in an age of AI proliferation, tools democratize content creation, allowing anyone to craft convincing fakes for motives ranging from harmless fun to malicious agenda pushing, like undermining animal rights movements or simply farming ad revenue, with platforms struggling to keep up despite improved detection AI. But at the end of this investigative journey, the inescapable conclusion is that the story of Jessica and her dolphin is a complete fabrication, a pixelated phantom engineered to exploit our vulnerabilities, serving not as a cautionary tale of marine dangers but as a glaring example of digital deception's power. urging us all to cultivate critical thinking habits, pause before sharing, consult reputable fact-checkers like Snopes or factcheck.org, cross-verify with multiple sources, and question narratives that seem too perfectly tragic to be true, because in the boundless digital ocean, truth is the anchor that keeps us from drifting into chaos, while real issues, like protecting wild dolphins from plastic pollution or boat traffic as highlighted by organizations such as the World Wildlife Fund, deserve our genuine energy and action over fleeting fakes. So, if this extended unraveling of a viral myth has kept you hooked and enlightened, smash that like button to help spread awareness. Subscribe to the channel for more in-depth storytelling fact checks that dive deep into the world's wildest tales, and leave a comment sharing your thoughts. Have you ever been duped by a similar online hoax? Or what's a real animal story that moved you? I'd love to hear. And until next time, stay curious, stay skeptical, and keep exploring the truth behind the trends. See you in the next video.